Yo, what's going on, y'all? My name is Alex, and I wanted to discuss some underrated players this NBA season. Now, these are going to be some deep cut players, not just borderline all-star players who I think should be getting more love. These are players who may not necessarily put up the huge numbers that you would expect, but what they provide for their team and who they are just as players, I think is being severely underrated. Before we start though, if you do end up enjoying this video, make sure to like and sub. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subs by the end of the year, so it would mean a lot. Anyways, let's get started. So let's start off with the Eastern Conference, and the first player is Yuta Watanabe of the Brooklyn Nets. Although he's only averaged about 6 points per game this season, he has turned himself into a great role player in this league. He started his career back in 2018 as a 12% three-point shooter, which is absolutely awful, but throughout the years, he's improved his jump shot tremendously to the point where he is now shooting 48% from 3 on about 2 attempts a game. His high motor to improve his jump shot is something that he's always had, and it's seen through his defense and rebounding, which is why he's gotten so many chances on other teams. Before KD and Kyrie got traded, Yuta definitely played a huge part in the Nets turnaround on defense, and it's a shame that his play won't be as valued on a team that is greatly different. I hope that Watanabe finds a new home next season because he will help a contending team so much with his effort on defense and his improved shooting. The next player I wanted to bring up is Markelle Fultz of the Orlando Magic. Fultz hasn't reached the potential we once believed he would reach when he was picked number 1 overall, but after missing the first portion of the season recovering from injury, Fultz has proven to be a solid point guard for a young and rising Magic squad. He's averaging about 13 points per game, and while his 3-point percentage still isn't great because he is shooting about 30% from there, Fultz has still been a great mid-range shooter, and his playmaking and passing has also seen improvement, even if his numbers don't back it up. Although he probably won't be the prototypical first pick, with how young and talented the Magic are, Fultz could be their point guard for the foreseeable future, and I think he would be able to thrive as he continues to get more reps and improve, and the Magic also improve as well. All he has to do is stay healthy. For the last player in the East that I wanted to talk about, I want to talk about Jalen Duren of the Detroit Pistons. This dude is the youngest player in the league, and as a rookie, he is a legit double-double guy with good rim protection. Out of the 50 games this season, he started 25 of them, and as a starter, he is averaging 10 points a game, 10 rebounds a game, and a block. He gets about 3 offensive rebounds a game, and he's really good at being patient and not being too quick with putting it back up. He operates very well out of the pick and roll as well, and when things go south, he can put up a nice hook shot or even do a little shimmy fadeaway, and it all looks so fluid too. And remember, he's on the Pistons, so the fact that he looks this good with a poor roster, especially since Cade has only played 12 games this season, it is very impressive. As the Pistons improve, Duren will as well. And out of all the young talent on the Pistons, I think Duren should be a high priority for this team, and I expect him to be a crucial piece to this team down the line. Moving on to the Western Conference, and we got Tyus Jones of the Memphis Grizzlies. Tyus is the definition of a point guard because not only is he able to score on his own, but he's also able to set up his teammates with about 5 assists a game, and he does it while only averaging 0.9 turnovers a game, which would give him one of the best assist to turnover ratios in the NBA. He is good enough to be a starting caliber point guard, but he is a perfect backup point guard to any team, and his value is increased on a team like the Grizzlies, who are competing and have Ja Morant, who Jones can play alongside of. In my eyes, Tyus can do no wrong, and I would love to have him on my favorite team, but that just isn't the case. Next up is Jaden McDaniels of the Minnesota Timberwolves. Jaden deserves to make one of the all-defensive teams this year. As a power forward, this guy can guard almost anyone, including shifty guards on the perimeter, and he's only in his 3rd year in the NBA. He's also a pretty good help side defender, being able to make up for defensive lapses, and that on its own has helped him to average about a block a game. He is also a very solid 3-point shooter, shooting about 37% on 3 attempts. When he's on the court, the Timberwolves have a positive net rating, and if you aren't a numbers person, just watch all of these clips that I've been putting up, and it is just extremely impressive what he's been able to do. But because he's on the T-Wolves, I just don't think he's getting his just due like he really should be. Lastly, I want to talk about Eric Gordon, the newest member of the Los Angeles Clippers. This is a guy who we have all known to be a great shooter, but I feel because he's been on the Rockets the last couple of years and just kind of been rotting away, we kind of just forgot about him. But with his time with the Rockets at the end, he was still a solid 3-point shooter with the ability to put the ball on the floor and be a solid defender. He was averaging about 13 points a game as a starter, so his production will most likely dip now that he's on the Clippers bench, but don't get it twisted. This was a very underrated trade acquisition by the Clippers, and when playoff time comes, look for Gordon to provide relief for when Kawhi and PG are off the court. Well, those are my 6 underrated players in the NBA this season. Let me know down below what y'all think. Let me know if I missed any names. If you enjoyed, make sure to like and sub. Check out my socials down in the description below. And you can also check out this video somewhere on the screen where I actually do a sort of vlog and I go see Kyrie and Luka play their first game together against the Sacramento Kings. Anyway, see you on the next one. Peace out.